Hello everyone, Nolan West here. Today we announced our proposal to save small businesses from ruin due to Governor Walz's latest shutdown. We propose a range of cost-effective tools to help restaurants, bars, and breweries get back on their feet, as well as proposing that gyms should be allowed to reopen, because keeping them closed is straight up counterproductive. They do far more good than harm, and they don't meaningfully contribute to infection rates. So here are the details of what we're talking about. We established a $400 million grant program for businesses who have been impacted most by the recent executive orders. This program will be administered through the counties because they already have the infrastructure set up from when they received federal CARES Act dollars. So this money can get to small businesses right away because they're on the brink right now. And this money comes from our $2.4 billion budget reserve, which is for rainy days. And if there ever was a rainy day, this is it. But we include the option to replace it with federal funds if our state receives more support from the federal government, which, I don't know, there's probably a 50-50 chance that happens. Second, we propose a 3-month sales tax holiday for businesses that have been limited to takeout and curbside operations only. And this would start when the businesses fully reopen. And this essentially gives them about a 7-8% boost on all the business they do going forward, which is a cost-effective way to help them make up for lost revenues due to the shutdown. We also double the current cap for takeout beer, wine, and liquor sales, as well as grant flexibility to breweries to sell product in containers up to 64 ounces. We also waive the state license fee for establishments who sell alcohol until 2 a.m., which this makes a lot of sense because currently they have to pay a separate fee in order to serve alcohol from 1 to 2 a.m. And if the state is telling them to be closed, telling them to pay this fee is just ridiculous. So we have to give them a break on that. And last, but certainly not least, we advocate that gyms should be allowed to reopen immediately. They contribute minimally to COVID infections. In fact, less than 1/3% of infections have been traced back to gyms. But keeping them closed has clear and certain consequences. COVID has revealed how many people are living unhealthy lifestyles, leaving them vulnerable to viruses and disease. And we know that obesity and poor cardiovascular health drastically increases the likelihood of a COVID infection putting you in the hospital instead of staying at your home for a few days. We should be encouraging people to stay active and healthy. So if they do happen to get COVID, they don't take up a hospital bed. They would just have to sit home for a few days while they recuperate. And a lack of space in our hospital ICUs right now is the biggest issue. And not to mention, working out is great for your mental health and it lifts your mood. And after being trapped in our homes for so long, both of those things are incredibly necessary right now. Closing gyms was a mistake that we should rectify immediately. So that's the plan. Offer a grant program for immediate relief, give a sales tax holiday and waive license fees for growth after the shutdown ends, and get gyms back open right now because keeping them closed does far more harm than good. So that's what we're proposing, and I hope the governor listens. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.